What is going on, people? You're joining me here at the end of a rivals challenge that I was doing at Laguna Seca to get inside the top 10. I ended up getting a top 6 overall lap time, and in Europe we ended up getting a top 4. This video that I'm doing today, though, I'm going to prove that it is capable to get a top 10 in 10 minutes in rivals. All of my rivals, most of the tracks I haven't completed lap times on yet, especially in R as well. I've done a few in S, but I haven't done any in R. So that was me completing Laguna Seca in the top 10. I think it was a top 6 and top 4. We're going to go for Hockenheim, which you can see is empty. I haven't completed a lap time. I haven't even gone round there yet in rivals. I'm going to show you that it is possible to get a top 10 inside 10 minutes. We're going to choose the Porsche. Obviously, we have to go for a lobby leading car here. It's going to be quite impossible unless we don't do that. We're going to go straight to fuel. We're going to throw the fuel all the way down to 0 because it's not simulated air. Put the soft tyre on. Your tyres don't die and you don't lose fuel. So you want the car as light and as grippy as possible. I'm sure you all know that. But here we go. This is the beginning. No lap time set. The challenge is to get a top 10 inside 10 minutes, or as near as possible. But I'm just going to prove to you that it can be done. As long as you have the right tools, i.e. the car, and you know whereabouts to push the car limits to without obviously going off track. So here we go. We skipped the first lap because there's no point. It would have just been a warm-up lap really, but I want to get straight on with this obviously because we're stuck for time. So this is coming towards the end of the flying lap. Just getting a feel for the car. Obviously we're not going to go mad yet. We're just going to let the tyres warm up a bit as well, because I don't know if anyone's noticed, the tyres are never quite perfect when you come towards the end of the flying lap if you skip. But hopefully we can do something on this first lap. I didn't see what the lap time was either just before we started, what the benchmark is to get inside the top 10. So yeah, we're shooting into the dark a little bit here, but here we go. This is the first lap. This is probably more just to get a feel for the track and a feel for the car. But yeah, we'll still obviously go for a quick time. And it's looking good so far. Could probably push that first sector by maybe another couple of attempts at least. But we'll keep pushing here. Coming down to the bottom of this straight, I could probably brake a little bit later there, so I know that for the next lap. Accelerate out, obviously once you've straightened the car, let the car rotate, and once it's straightened you can get flat out through first gear in this car. You won't lose the rear end. It's looking smooth so far. Definitely looking smooth. This is very easy to drive as well, this Porsche, hence why loads of people use it. It's not a surprise that it's dominated at the top of most leaderboards in R class. There's a few McLaren F1s up there. But yeah, it's mainly dominated by this Porsche. We lose the rear end slightly there, so that can definitely be improved next lap. And we go off track there as well, but that's okay. We're going to set a benchmark here. And then once we've set the benchmark, all we can do is then improve. And that's what we're going to try and do. So we're going to have a ghost now as well to try and beat, which is all right. Depends. Sometimes if they're hanging around in front of you, it can be an bit off-putting, but it's not the end of the world. If anything, it shows where you can improve, and well, not when it's a Celine. Maybe if it was a Porsche, we could see where we could nick a few temps probably. We go off track again. Should we skip this? Yeah, we'll skip this. Because we want to start getting some legit lap times. We're 2 minutes into this at the moment, so it's not too bad. We can make a few mistakes. But yeah, here we go then. So coming towards the end of the lap. Try and not light up the rear tyres because we don't want them to overheat. I don't know if that takes effect so much in Forza when the tyres overheat. I don't know if it does affect grip for the next few corners. I'm not sure, but hey, we'll see what we can do. So here we go. This is our second genuine attempt now. The first attempt we went off track towards the end of the lap, so not good enough. we'll see what we can do against this Celine. He's set a 1:34.7, but still I don't know what a top 10 time is. I should have really checked that before the race started, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to see what we can do here. He should be quicker down this straight. Most things are quicker than the Porsche on straights. This thing really comes alive though through corners and into braking zones, and obviously carrying speed in corners as well. This thing is brilliant at doing, as long as you get the correct tune for it. If any of you guys are ever struggling to find tunes of cars, especially lobby leading cars, just go to Rivals, and if there's a little spanner on the far right hand side of someone's lap time, that's a tune that you can take for that car. That's normally what I do if I'm struggling to make a tune for a car, which is quite a lot. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, that's just a little tip for you guys. If you're ever struggling to find good tunes of cars, especially lobby leading cars, just go to Rivals and have a look on the lap times there. If there's a spanner on the right hand side, then just nick that. Simples, really. So we're coming towards the end of the lap. It looks like we're going to beat a 1:34.7 at the moment. I'm guessing, oh, we nearly go off again there. We don't know, we save it. I'm guessing a good Rivals lap time around here will probably be around the 1:32 mark, maybe a 1:31. That's probably going to get you right up there. We'll see if we can set a low 1:33. If possible, we'll get into the 1:32s, and then we'll go and have a look and see what kind of area that puts us in the top 10. To be honest, even if we can get into the top 15, I'd say we're going to be only probably hundredths off the top 10. We'll see what we can do. In and around the top 10 will do, I would say. I mean, that's for anyone to get in and around the top 10 in a Rivals is quite impressive, I would say. And I need to stop saying I would say. But yeah, here we go. This is lap 2. I didn't have a look if we're up or down right now. I'm just waffling on way too much at the moment. So we're going to find out as we come round this corner. It's been a good lap so far. He's sticking with us, Ryan Artel, and we are just slightly improving on the last lap time. So we've still got some work to do here. There's still definitely area, and we do keep messing up that corner as well. He looks like he's going to overtake us here because he's going to get a better exit, and it is a Porsche as well. That should be a flat out corner as well, so that can be improved on. And he's going to jump ahead here, I think. Yes, he is. All right, so here we go. Let's go for a flying lap now. Let's try and get this. So here we go. Braking slightly late into this first corner. Clip that inside curb. Use the outside curb as much as possible. Then accelerate all the way down to here. You want a slightly late brake here on the braking line. That's for guys, obviously a guide to who use braking line. Straighten the car up here. Flat out through into second gear. Flat out through second into third. And then you want to plant it all the way down this straight. Tuck it in on the left hand side, so you're using as little track as possible. And then you want to late brake into this braking zone here. Stick into first gear. Let the car rotate before you get on the accelerator. That's the most important thing. Once it's straight, you can go flat out through first gear then all the way up to this corner here. This should be a flat out corner. We slightly lift for minimal time, and then it's a slight late brake into this corner, using that inside curb but missing the sausage curb. Use that left curb there, but not too much because you'll hit the grass. Then use the inside of that right curb into this left curb here, and it's looking good at the moment. And then you want to slightly late brake into this one, but use the inside curb. That's your guide to when you can get back on the throttle. And then slightly late brake into this one. Don't go too sharp into the corner because that inside curb will unsettle the rear of the car, so you want to stay around the midway. And then this should be a flat out corner there. Let the corner come off the brakes for this long right hander. Let the car just roll around it. You want to more use rolling rather than braking, and then get onto the accelerator all the way to the end, and that's a 1:33.5. And that, I don't know at the moment, is good enough. Should we skip or should we go and find out? I don't know. I don't know whether to carry on. I still think I could get more time out of this car. Should we go and check and see what it's saying on the leaderboard? 1:33.5. I'm just thinking, is that quick enough? Probably not. I could still improve on that. I'm sure I can. We'll skip this lap. We'll go straight into the next one. I think if we can get into the 1:32s, then that gives me the right to go and have a look at the board then. We're on 8 minutes 25 seconds at the moment. So we're still within a top 10 within 10 minutes, but I think it's going to go over 10 minutes if we do this other lap, but I'm going to go for it anyway because I want to try and get as good lap time as possible here. Obviously to see that Rivals leaderboard. But we're up against a McLaren now, which is interesting. So I'm guessing the McLaren will be better on straights, but we should be better on cornering and braking. It'll be interesting to see who's quicker at acceleration. I'm thinking this thing probably, we're up by 0.79 at the moment. So there's definitely potential here for this lap time to be quicker than a 1:33.5. Let the car rotate, and then bang, on the throttle, all the way, flat out. And then see if we can take this flat out. I don't think we can. I think it will be a lift. Yeah, it's always a slight lift. You could probably, if you position the car perfectly, you could probably take that flat out, but not today. It's not happening. We've got to try and keep it on track. I haven't got time to waste here. Are we up? We are by 0.46. It's very tight, but we're up. So I'll take that. That was a nice corner. That'll do. That puts us up a tiny bit. And then obviously this corner, you don't want to go too deep, but you can do a late apex. It's normally how I like to take it, especially in a car like this. It's got the grip. And then coming through the last corner, we're going to go wide. Okay, that's fine. It's not going to affect us setting a benchmark for the next lap. It would have been up as well. Only slightly. I still think there's a lot we can improve here. So come through the first corner, that was taken very nicely. Didn't unsettle the car too much as well, so we should carry a bit of speed. Yep, we're up straight away into the green. And then rotate the car, bang, on the throttle. That's what we like. That is what we like. And I think we're down from the last lap though, which isn't too good. But if we can outbrake him, rotate the car at the bottom of this chicane here, and get out before him, then I'd say we're probably still up. So we go for a late brake into first gear, rotate that car, bang, on the throttle. Slightly unsettled it, and we are down by quite a bit now. We're going to need a special end to this lap to do any improvement. We go off track, so let's skip that lap again. So here we go. Trying again now. We're pushing it into 11 minutes. So I can't really say that unless a top 10 is a 1:33.5 or under, we haven't completed the top 10 in 10 minutes. But I think if I do a few more laps and we get into a top 10, I think that's still quite good. I think that's still hard to achieve, to just jump onto a track and get a top 10 or near to a top 10. Even if we can get into the top 15, I think that's still impressive. I think that's still hard to achieve. Me personally, I'm sure there'll be people that will argue against that, but it's cool. Everyone's got their own opinions. You know me, I'm fair. People will do it. Like if I do things that people don't like, then it's their opinion. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's different on Forza. As long as you're not steamrolling people into the first corner, I ain't got really any issues with people's preferences. So here we go for a late break again. Let the car rotate, get back on the throttle. There we go. And I think we're just about going to sneak our nose ahead here. Try and take this corner, and we do take it flat out. There we go. It can be done. It was a bit dodgy towards the end, and we go a little bit wide into that corner. So yeah, maybe if we lifted, it probably might have been actually ended up being quicker through there. But hey ho, at least we took it flat out. We went for it in the end. We didn't keep copping out, and that was a bit wide there. That's not good enough. We're still down here. we're going to need a really special last few corners to get up on our time now. It's coming through the last few corners. This is a nice line that we're going to take into here now. No, it turns out to be not a nice line. And we're down again, and we're 30 minutes now, so I'm pushing it a bit here, I think. Come on, let's do this. Come on, just one more lap time that is up. I just want one more improvement. If we can get one more improvement, I will be happy, and then I'll call it quits. So right, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go for the next improvement, and then whatever that next improvement is, even if it literally goes to a 1:33.513, I'll quit and I'll go and see what it says on the leaderboard. I know there's time to be made here though, I know there is, but I don't want to long this video out, so I want to prove to you guys that it can be done quickly. I think a top 10 in 10 minutes, I was probably pushing it a bit there, but it's not going to be far off 10 minutes. Hopefully it won't be far off a top 10 either. If it's a top 10, that'll be nice. Even if it's between 15th and 10th place, I will take that, and I will still post the video with pride. So here we go. We're definitely up on this lap, because the car is quite a few car lengths ahead of him this time. Just need to get the braking zone right here. And that is perfect. That'll do. Back on the throttle, and we extend, and it's looking good. It's looking good. All we got to do is just get through the rest of this lap. We go flat out through there again, and we're not going to have an unsettled car, so that's perfect. We have, at the perfect time, hit the perfect start to this lap. We just literally need to pull this lap together now and don't mess this up. It's looking good though. We're really looking good. We're up by nearly 3/10. 3/10 or 300s, I don't know. I still don't know. We're up by 0.289, 0.248, so we lost a little bit there. Let's try and get a good exit here. We had to lift slightly there. Come on, good last corner, let's go. That's nice, that's a good line through there. And out the final corner, we're definitely going to improve, so this is it. We're going to Rivals to look at the leaderboard now. Oh, what is this we got next? $133.184. So yeah, let's go and have a look. Let's see what it's saying. I wanted a 132. I don't think a 132 is going to happen. We got 11th. Oh my god! And 10th place is a 133. And 9th place is a 133. Oh god, we were close. We were so close. So it's an 11th place in top scorers overall, and in Europe it was a 9th place. But yeah, there you go. 11th place. Do you know what? I'm going to take that as a top 10. That is a top 10. Do you know what I mean? If you were starting on the grid, you would be alongside 10th place. So there you go. That, people, is Rivals. A top 10 in 10 minutes. I wouldn't say it's a top 10 technically, and it's technically not in 10 minutes. But I'm just proving to you guys, look, it can be done. It can be done. Just, you need the right tools though. You need the car. Obviously, you need the patience as well. And you just need to know where your limits are on every track you do. But you'll see at the beginning of the video, I hadn't set a lap time on Hockenheim in Rivals, R class. We jumped in, we done it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and hopefully join me in the next one as well. Cheers, guys.